Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using a cut file from Erica Rose Creates from Erica Rose Creates for her design team. Love you a latte. I have already gone ahead and trimmed down my white paper, bordered it in black, and then I'm also going to use the pink paper that I cut the cut file out in as a kind of outside border. So I have two photos here. I did go ahead and actually double matte this one already using the back side of the pink. I am going to, I think, I'm going to try to get the L kind of in between us and then really get this one tucked in behind, is the plan. I don't know. We'll see. I want, obviously, you to see the hearts, and I guess you kind of can, but I do want kind of those two photos. This is from our favorite coffee place in town, and they have boba, so he always gets boba, but I thought these were super cute to include on this layout. We are using the My Life 365 collection, so... well, at least for embellishments, and I did go ahead and trim this down. I have one more February layout to create. So I did kind of go ahead before I started and planned out kind of the paper for each of those because I have very limited paper left. And so I knew I wanted to kind of use this paper to back the cup at least, so I had to really be strategic, and so that's why this is already cut. And yeah, I don't have much maybe to use embellishment wise, so we will see what we can come up with for this layout. So we will get started. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is back the cup with the heart paper, and so I am just going to trace the main part of the cup and then cut that out and glue it to the back. I also go ahead and like the rim of the cup and the handle of the cup, I will go ahead and back that with this paper. I don't show the whole thing, but then I also use the back side of that heart paper. You can see it right there with kind of the balloon and the rainbows. I use the back side of that for the two O's, and then also just add some red cardstock behind the straw. So that's all I'm going to do with the cut file. And as I was like looking at how I had the heart placed, on the layout originally, you know, I was having a hard time getting those two photos to fit. I forgot that I kind of had planned on having the cut file further to the right hand side of the layout, and that will allow me the space to kind of have my two photos on the left hand side of the layout without covering up too much of the hearts. I did have to go back in and add kind of the inside pieces of the letters. So the A's, there was a section between the two T's and then the E. So I had to get those off my Cricut mat and glue those down. The cup is actually supposed to have a smiley face, and it's super cute, but I just felt like it was gonna blend in too much with the pattern paper, so I just left that as is. But if you are looking for this cut file, it is in her shop, and you can use code Melanie for 15% off your order. She has the digital copies, she has the physical copies, she's got collections and kits and all kinds of different things. So definitely check out her shop if you haven't yet. She's got some great cut files, and I love this one. I thought it was just too cute. So I put my photos down. You can see how much better it fits by just moving the cut file over to the right hand side of the page. However, that does give me quite a large space to the bottom left of the page where I kind of struggled with finding something to embellish with. This is not the last layout for February using this collection, and so, you know, I knew I needed to keep enough of the ephemera for that next layout, but really kind of had to figure out what to use and where to use it. I had gone ahead before starting the layout and grabbed things from my stash as well that I thought maybe would work with the layout. Things that were like colors, and so you'll kind of see I'm playing around. There are some clear stickers from Hip Kit Club that I had thought about, but actually if you stay tuned for the third and final layout using the February papers, I will bring in that Bella Boulevard Bella Pop camera, and I will bring in some of those clear stickers from Hip Kit Club. So I do use those, just not on this layout. Again, just trying to figure out what to do. Thought about a tag at the top. The Felicity Jane tags that I've been kind of using up have some like of the, is it like hole protectors or whatever they're called, and some of them are pink and would have matched, but the tag was white and I just thought it blended in too much. So aside from that, I decided to kind of go to the next thing I had picked out. And it ended up being acetate from Felicity Jane that I've had for quite some time. And I decided to add that kind of tab to the bottom and then overlap the fun on top of it. And I think it says, if I remember right, best fun or something along those lines. And I just thought that was super cute. I did have to end up using my tacky glue to get that acetate down. I tried tape and it just was not sticking to the acetate at all. So tacky glue for the win. I tried not to bump it because I've done that before. It takes a little bit for that glue to dry on the acetate, and so I had to be careful not to kind of smudge it. I did have those two flowers. Those actually are from the Let's Travel chipboard from Bella Boulevard, but color-wise it matched really nice, so I popped those out and kind of added them to my February stash here, I guess, and in hopes of using it. I just scattered a couple of enamel dots to kind of finish off that cluster down in the bottom, and I still felt like the layout was missing something kind of in the top. I don't know, I played around with adding things to the photos and just didn't love that. I didn't love that tab there. I thought, you know, I do have the thin strip of black bordering the layout. I just felt like I needed more black somewhere else. The fun is not bright, but it's bold at the bottom in the black. And I just kind of wanted black somewhere else as well. So I still am going to play around with what I have. I did want to cover up the heart. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just thought kind of adding something, adding some dimension over top of that heart on the straw. So that was like the perfect little ephemera piece to add there. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and commit to a cluster at the top right, kind of overlapping that heart. I loved this bunch of heart balloons, and then had a piece of ephemera that says sweet on you, so I popped that up on some foam tape and overlapped that on top of those balloons. And then, you know, I like my groups to have, or my embellishment clusters to be at least a group of 3. And so kind of going through what I have, seeing if I have anything else that maybe will look good up there. And not really finding much. I don't think I used any flares from Scrap and Happy Studio on this layout, which is a little surprising. I've been using up a lot of flares from Scrap and Happy Studio. So instead, I just added a couple more enamel dots at the top, and that's going to finish off this layout. Again, this cut file is in Erica's shop, and don't forget to use the code Melanie for 15% off your order. But I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.